Hello everybody and welcome back again to Dragon Age Inquisition, to what could possibly be the last episode of Dragon Age Inquisition, because I think we're getting near the end of this DLC. And yes, I have my game on pause at the moment because my anchor is going crazy and it's building up focus like hell, and every time it's full it's just hurting everyone in my vicinity. So yeah, we're going to continue to look for Solas, and I mean at the moment it really feels like we are somewhere between the lines, between a conflict between the Kunari and the Vedasala and Solas, aka fen'harel on the other side, and we don't really know Solas' agenda at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see what we can uncover here. And I actually wonder, I mean, Freya doesn't know Solas' secret identity, but after everything we've found so far, I think she could at least suspect something, that maybe he's not just an agent of fen'harel, but maybe even more than that. So yeah, anyway, let's unpause the game and continue to look for Solas. Alright.
Alright. Maravaskataraha!
I remember so excited, but
your soul is dust.
Okay, I'm going to take the supply cache over here. And alright. It's deceivingly quiet here. Yeah, of course. It couldn't have been that easy. Sadas, okay, he's back. Ooh, okay, what can we do with this guy? I mean, it's only one person at the moment, but I think we can still try to use a static cage on him. And now let's do this, guys. And I have to remember to use my anchor occasionally. Yeah, let's dispense a few potions as well. Why not? And go. Let's go. Oh dear. Okay, let's do the anchor. There we go. I think he moved somewhere else. Okay, he's over here now. I'm not entirely sure why he's attacking us now, but apparently he's not following orders anymore, but that doesn't stop him from attacking us anyway. Maybe Dorian, you should move a little bit away from here. And I'm going to give Cole a regen potion because thanks to proximity heal, that should heal everyone else as well. Okay, and I'm going to take my defense tonic and let's discharge the damn anchor. Ooh, it really gets worse and worse every time, I think. Oh, and apparently our Sadas is summoning some demons to help him. I see. And Dorian, why are you over here again? I don't want you to be here. Oh, I suppose I could use a bodyguard for my companions. You can take some mana and give me a static cage. Alright, that's pretty good. And well, apparently put up a barrier, so let's dispel that. There we go. Okay. And charge my anchor and then once more. Oh dear. This is madness. This is really madness. But I think we're doing some good damage on him, so I hope this isn't going to take that much longer. Alright. Where is he now? I don't know, but I guess we can kill the wraith over here. Okay, he has returned. Perfect. And we need to get rid of some anchor energy. There we go. Ugh. Oh my god. Dorian, away with you. But I think we're almost done with that damn Solas. I think one more anchor discharge should kill him, right? Oh, where did it go? Well, I think we may have killed him, but he sort of summoned a few demons before he went down.
He's invulnerable. Use your mark.
Okay. Well, and just now I don't actually have enough enough anchor energy to use it. But as soon as I have, I will use it. There we go. There we go. Let's use it. Whew. Okay. All right, we did it. Oh. I'm alone. Exit through the Illuvian. Get to source before the Villa Sala. Oh, am I supposed to go alone now? But I don't want to go alone, guys. This is horrible. No, I have to go alone, and I have to leave my friends behind. Okay. I think this is it, right? This is it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, just in case that I don't come back, guys. Then you should tell everyone else that it was an honor to fight with him. And he discharges something. And yeah, it was an honor to fight with all of you, and tell Cullen I love him, and I hope you all have a wonderful and long and glorious life. Just in case I'm not coming back from this. Okay, let's do this. All right. Ooh. What's going on here? Oh dear, my heart is racing now.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Canary to trouble me no further.
Whoa. That was quick.
Solas.
Ah.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
Yeah, I do. So yeah, I came to find you.
The Kunari were trying to kill you. I wanted to get here first.
I know. They sought an agent of fen'harel. I am no one's agent but my own. I fear that the truth is much simpler and much worse than the Canary believe.
You're fen'harel.
Yeah.
I was Solas first. Fen'harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The dread wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
Okay. Attack him. Well, after seeing what he did to all those Kunari, I don't think this is a good idea. And yeah, if the inscriptions in those runes we found any indication you fought for freedom once,
The Dalish legends about the evil trickster god are wrong. I saw the truth in the crossroads.
You saw another story, written in desperation to give me more credit than I ever deserved.
You were a hero, Solas.
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me fen'harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
Okay. So why did you form the Veil?
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evenurus would have destroyed the entire world.
But you said the Veil destroyed the world.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via Dethara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. The elven legends of immortality, all true. It was not the arrival of humans that caused them to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves, even themselves.
So the elven gods aren't really dead.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evenurus are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
And yes, what misdeeds were those?
You said that the elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evenurus.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
And how did they become gods?
The Evenurus were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evenurus.
Okay. Okay, and yeah, what happens next? That's a good question.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evenurus down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
Why?
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You have always shown a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this. But the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition.
Okay.
Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
Okay. But hang on a second. You want to restore the elves, and that means that the current world has to die. But I mean, the elves that live today are essentially part of this world, so how does this work? Unless you don't actually mean the current elves that are living right now when you talk about the elves, but some ancient race that once lived and that doesn't really have anything to do with the modern elves. Is it really my Inquisition?
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of fen'harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
Okay. And you gave him your orb.
You gave your orb to Corypheus.
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb.
Well,
I did
apparently
not
that didn't
foresee a
work
Divinity
out.
Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
So what was meant to happen?
What would have happened if Corypheus had died, and you'd recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil.
Ah,
As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
yeah, but still, I mean, as this world burned in the raw chaos, that would kill people indiscriminately, right? Not just humans and Qunari and dwarves, but also the elves. So I think when he's talking about the world of the elves, he doesn't mean the elves that are alive right now. And yeah, wouldn't that mean that the evil gods return as well?
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
Really?
I never thought of you as someone who would do that, Solas.
Thank you. You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
Then why do this if you don't really want to do it? Well, I guess I appreciate it, at least until now.
Whatever your reasons, we couldn't have defeated Corypheus without you.
Your doubts are misplaced. Everything you accomplished, you earned.
Why should I be concerned?
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization. And now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
Yeah.
It's not that simple.
Do you know how I discovered the Qunari plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep. The Qunari spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition.
Okay.
The Elven Guard who led you to the Qunari body? Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel?
Okay.
Mine.
I see. Yeah, but why did you help us in the first place?
Why bother disrupting the Qunari plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Qun.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
Okay. That is a weird logic, Solas, but I guess thank you for helping us uncover that plot.
I guess we owe you for that one too.
I hope it gives your people some final peace.
Okay, and what about the Illuvians?
You control the Illuvians now.
Yes. You remember Briala from Halam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Qunari stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Illuvians are now mine.
Okay. And what about the mark?
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes, I'm sorry. And we are almost out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
So you want to save me so you can kill us all later? I'm going to redeem you. I can't let you do this. The Inquisition will try to convince Solas to change his plan. The Inquisition will stop Solas, even if it means killing him. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't seem to be that convinced of his plan. I mean, he's always saying, I take no joy in doing this, and this will not be easy, so... Maybe there's a possibility that he can be convinced. And, I mean, if he can't be convinced, we can still kill him after that, right? I don't know. I really don't know. But I still believe whatever he's planning would kill basically everyone who is living in this world right now, including the elves. So he's not even doing it for them, but for some ancient construct of an elven race that he wants to bring back somehow. And if that is the case, then maybe he can be convinced that his plan isn't going to help anyone who is alive at the moment. It really only is going to help him. I don't know, but I think he has admitted that he has been wrong again. So I think we can maybe use this doubt and maybe we can convince him to change his plan. So let's try to use this option.
You don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend. Take my hand. I'm sorry. Live well, while time remains.
Okay. Oh wow. I did not expect that. But apparently I'm going back, so I survived this, it seems. That's a positive.
Agree something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Well, that's going to be a problem with the hand. I can't carry a shield anymore, I suppose. Okay, so I have a bunch of different options here. Okay, let me read this. We serve the Divine, not you. The Inquisition will serve Divine Victoria. Efforts against Solas will be stronger, but risk corruption. We will keep the peace. The Inquisition will serve Divine Victoria. So this is basically the same. We need more oversight. Again, serve Divine Victoria. The Inquisition will be disbanded. Efforts against Solas will be weaker, but more secure. Our work is done, will be disbanded. The Inquisition needs to end, will be disbanded. Okay, so in the end these are two different options. Serve Divine Victoria and disband. I mean, I've been saying from the start that, you know, if our work is done, then maybe it is time to disband. Of course, now a completely new problem has arisen, which is Solas, and this could potentially be a reason why we want to keep the Inquisition around to deal with that. However, as we've already learned, apparently the Inquisition is already infiltrated by Solas' spies, so the Inquisition may be more of a liability than actually helpful. So Yeah. Plus, I mean, the other option is to serve the Divine, which currently seems like a good option because, I mean, Divine Victoria is basically one of us. But I mean, eventually this means that we kind of put the Inquisition under Chantry oversight. And that, again, accumulates a lot of power in one place. And Liliana will not always be Divine. There will be a new Divine at some point. And as I said, I don't want to put the Inquisition under the rule of any political power, and that includes the Chantry. Again, that's too much power in one place, power that is not controlled by anyone, so I feel this will only increase the corruption. I think the great opportunity and the great advantage of the Inquisition when it formed was the fact that it was independent and could act against all these different threats independently. So just, putting it back into the Chantry feels like destroying what made the Inquisition the Inquisition. So yeah, I think we should stick to what I've been saying all this time, that we should disband for once, because I think it's not a good idea to put the Inquisition under Chantry control. This can only go wrong in the long run, as it has been so many times before. And, I mean, even if we need some power against Solas, if the Inquisition is already infiltrated by his agents, what use would there be to keep it around to fight Solas? I mean, this isn't a good idea. So, yeah, we're going to disband. And hope that it will work out. So yeah, our work is done here.
You all know what this is? A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. We have fulfilled that pledge. And now the war is over, for most of us. It is time for our soldiers to sheathe their swords and go home. To all who served, thank you. It has been an honor.
Yes.
Effective immediately, the Inquisition is disbanded.
And so it ends. The end of the Inquisition. Here it is. What's that? But look at them. Here they are all together. Wonderful. Ah. And yeah, I guess this is actually the end. In short order, the Inquisition was disbanded. Some were relieved to see the unpredictable organization dismantled. Others prefer to remember the Inquisition's good works and the many lives it had saved. Okay. Those who had served returned to their former lives, knowing they had stopped the great evil from destroying the world. And hoping that the peace for which they had fought remained once the Inquisition was gone. Yeah, maybe we can go a few years without some catastrophe happening in this world. With the dragon's breath disrupted and any hope of a swift victory dashed, the Canary retreated back to the north. Few knew what debates were waged in Parvolen, but not long after the Exalted Council, the Canary launched new attacks against Tevinter. Okay, so they're still at it apparently. The aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Tevinter was soon mired in a war many feared could spread across Thedas. Wonderful. The Exalted Council remained intact, advising Divine Victoria on important matters. Cassandra served for several years. She looks very thrilled at that. While she often disagreed with Liliana's policies, the former right and left hands of the Divine shared a mutual respect and worked well together. Cassandra also spent time in the Hunterhorn Mountains north of Orlais, where she worked to rebuild the Seekers. For a time, the new Seekers remained reclusive, showing no interest in worldly affairs and working to a purpose few outside their order could guess. The end of the Inquisition as it had been sent shockwaves through the College of Enchanters. Madame de Fer ably played on the mage's fears. Her followers united to build a new circle, with Vivienne as its Grand Enchanter, in direct competition with the College. Well, that's interesting. What the Circle lacked in numbers, they made up for in political connections. Soon they were a force to be reckoned with. The two institutions settled into an uneasy coexistence across the south, vying for power. Ah, beautiful. More problems coming up. After the Exalted Council, Liliana devoted herself fully to the Sunburst throne and her dream of reshaping the Chantry. Within a year, she removed restrictions surrounding Chantry priesthood, allowing men and women of all races to be initiated and ordained. Okay. This decree was followed swiftly by her decision to return the Canticle of Shartan to the canonical chant, a move that divided Andrastians deeply. Interesting. She's really going all out on that. A rebellion to renounce her and return the chantry to its former state arose, beginning first in Orlais and spreading to other parts of Thedas. Of course. Divine Victoria was resolute, holding her ground even after several unsuccessful attempts on her life. Seemingly unconcerned with the assassination attempts, she held up the hostility leveled against her as proof that she was on the right path. With the Inquisition disbanded, Sarah joined the Inquisitor in officially retiring from scaring people in high places. Oh, is this like some mechanical crossbow arm? Well, that is pretty badass. Well, that's a good replacement. By formal account and agreement, both would lead boring, safe lives nowhere. Oh, I forgot to read that. And with that comforting lie, those in power continued their fragile lives as though all was back to normal. Okay. Meanwhile, Red Jenny, an entirely separate person, not at all collectively embodied by Sarah the Inquisitor and countless friends, Continue to make a difference or just have fun where and when the impulse struck. Okay, okay. With the frequent visits to her Whittle, of course. Ah, so Whittle is Dagna. Okay. Ah, that's cute. That's really cute. Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the divine. When the knobs piss about with your left hand or right, call on Red Jenny to give them 2 fingers. Ah. Alright. Varric returned to Kirkwall, where as Viscount he resumed his work rebuilding the damaged city infrastructure. He looks very pleased with his new job. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as a major trade hub of the Free Marches. And is this Eveline? This must be Eveline. He continued to ignore all mail from both the Merchant Guild and the Prince of Starcave. Yes, I would probably do the same, Varric. With the Inquisition disbanded, the Bull's charges returned to taking jobs throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Fighting demons and clearing out the remains of Venatory forces, the Iron Bull did his part to restore order to Thedas. Many of the jobs brought the charges close to the Imperium's border, where, from time to time, in a border town villa. Oh, Iron Bull and Dorian! Ah, this is lovely. Bull and a certain Tevinter Magister would spend a few hours together before life pulled them apart again. Ah, I love this picture. After the Inquisition disbanded, Cullen and the Inquisitor retired to private life together. And apparently we have our dog, Alistair, with us. That's wonderful. Unburdened by the restrictions of their offices, they continued doing good works on their own terms. That is, after a long overdue visit to Cullen's siblings, who were overjoyed to meet their new sister-in-law. Okay, so we finally visited them after all. Dorian returned to Tevinter to take his father's place in the Magisterium. As rumors flew about the Imperium's infighting, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Magister Maveris Tilani, he formed a group called the Lucerni to restore and redeem Tevinter, a fight many thought hopeless. Those fighting by Magister Pava's side noted that he kept in constant communication with the Inquisitor via message crystal. Oh, so this is a crystal that he gave me. Okay. Whether for vital information or for moral support, these talks seemed to give Dorian the strength to continue his fight. On one occasion, Venatory forces ambushed Dorian, who likely would have died. Had not an unnamed mercenary band led by a Talvashos warrior crossed Tevinter's border and mounted a dangerous rescue operation? Ah, that's perfect. Ah. The mercenaries left a trail of freed slaves and dead Venatori in their wake, enabling Dorian to escape. When asked about the Talva shots in question, Magister Pavus declined to comment. Of course he would. After the Exalted Council, Tom Rainier bid farewell to his friends and went to Weishaupt Fortress to pledge himself to the Grey Wardens for good. While he was rarely seen in the years that followed, some said that they encountered Rainier in far-flung lands, their accounts always similar. Rainier carried out the duty of the Wardens, but always found time to help others along the way. Okay. Sometimes he served as a shield for the defenseless, other times he spread simple cheer among children with gifts of small carved toys. With the Inquisition disbanded, Josephine made her farewells and returned to Antiva and her family. Thanks to the Inquisitor's help, the Monteliers were once again permitted to trade in Orlais. The next few years were a busy time, as many ships with the Monteliers' crest were built and set sail again from Antiva's harbors. Soon, Rivani pirate captains with an ancient feud against Josephine ancestors took it to the seas, determined to rekindle the rivalry. Apart from Josephine's sister, Yvette nearly eloping with a dashing pirate prince on one occasion, Lady Montelier took the development in stride. Okay. Cole took to the road with Meriden to find a new life and a new way to be human. Oh, that is very lovely too. I like that picture. Wherever Meriden went to sing, people found old pains eased and hearts made happier, even if they didn't understand why. After the events at the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did elven servants across Thedas. None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisitor's story about fen'harel wondered just how large the Dread Wolf's forces were. So maybe he has some plan to save the current elves from whatever he's planning. And what the ancient elven rebel had planned, yeah. And there we go. That's an achievement, and oh.
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solas knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself. If we can.
Oh, Tevinter Imperium. Okay, so what does this mean? That like the next game may take place in the Tevinter Imperium? Oh, I would totally love that, because I always wanted to see Tevinter in greater detail. But yeah, this is it. This is the end. And yeah, so much stuff happened in the last, I don't know, half an hour. That is kind of hard to wrap my head around it at the moment. But as I mentioned already, I will not give my final verdict on the game in the credits this time. Instead, in a few days, I will upload another video in the Dragon Age Keep where I enter all my decisions from this game, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to give a full recap on the game and, you know, discuss the story and the decisions and all the characters in great detail. So you can look forward to that. So there will be one more video coming up. Other than that, I will take a break of maybe around a week before we continue, before we start, I should say, with the Mass Effect series. But yeah, maybe while the credit is rolling, just a few words on what just happened. I like the title, I like the epilogue slides, because they gave us some deeper information on what happened to my companions. And I would think, as far as my companions are concerned, they all had pretty good results, and I'm also completely okay and happy with the end as far as Freya is concerned. So she retired with her husband and her dog, and they had a happy life, I presume. Of course, in regards to the political situation, again, they left everything kind of vague, and they planted new seeds for potential problems, because obviously if there's going to be another game, they need some potential problems. So they can't just end everything on a happy and perfect note. But I mean, as far as the companions are concerned, I would say they all made the best out of it. And yeah, I mean, it's not like Freya could really be active part of the Inquisition in commanding force, because I mean,
this? A new book? All this shit is weird.
Oh, Varric, that is a terrible title. What are you even thinking?
Yeah, right. Varric wanted to write that book about the Inquisition. Well,
The
apparently
sky
he didn't.
churned like a rolling sea on a dark and stormy night, centered on a gaping hole that led to the arse end of nowhere. A hole that spit up many things that day, comets, demons, and a whole lot of trouble. It's about the Inquisition.
Yes. And apparently he hasn't decided on a different title. He went with "This shit is weird."
The din
my
of the
God.
tavern cut the silence like it owed the carter money. In the middle, in her element, Red Jenny. She looked me up and down, mostly down. Not playing, weirdy, she said, gesturing with and dismissively eating a sandwich. Don't write that. Seriously, piss up a rope. Sarah made the subtext text, which suited me fine.
Was she trying to impersonate Sarah? Oh my God, Cassandra.
The court enchanter swirled into the room like a drop of beautiful poison spreading in a wineglass. She sized me up with a glance. I'm so glad you made it, my dear, she said. I am Madame the Fair, the most terrifying person you shall ever meet.
Yes, I guess this sounds like Vivienne to me, yes.
Liliana enfolded Alphonse in an embrace as warm as a serpent's kiss. I always knew I could count on your support. The Count did not feel the bite of her poisoned dart until it was too late. Even if it requires your death.
Well, I don't know about your Liliana, Cassandra. I think that could have been done better. but other than that could work.
Drops of rain glistened on the griffin medallion grasped tightly in Blackwall's hand. The silverite wings of valor, they mean nothing. He flung the medal to the cold and uncaring ground. You don't know what I've done. You don't know me. So romantic.
We should totally hook up Cassandra with Blackwall. Oh my god. Where can I buy this book?
Moved like a shadow that also moved like a knife. A shadow wearing a hat where dreams came to die. It's a riddle, he whispered. A cold riddle that gnaws at your mind, but you'll feel better when it's gone. That makes as much sense as anything Cole says.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I need this book. I need this as an audiobook read by Cassandra, please.
Do you place your herald above the law, Ambassador? Whose law, my lady? Josephine's eyes glittered like angry opals. The law destroyed by rebellion, by civil war, by poor fiscal management. We are the law.
That wasn't so bad. That sounded vaguely like Josephine.
We left our mark on adamant, but the dust hadn't settled, and neither had Harding. I can offer you a drink, if I catch your meaning. If you'd caught my meaning, you'd have offered a double. What is even happening here?
I don't know, Cassandra. I must have missed that part. I don't know either.
The Iron Bull was a great slab of muscle with horns that could hang a tapestry. One eye scanned for threats, while the other hid behind an eye patch like a chantry sister's old sins. Come on, he barked, not looking back as he entered. The dancer with the great rack comes on in 5. That is spot on, actually.
Yeah, that's right, Cassandra.
The commander had the look of a Templar who had seen the worst of humanity, yet still had the time to style his hair. This isn't just a war, he said, his gaze steely like a dull blade. It's the only war. Cullen! That's Cullen!
Yeah, I guess it was a decent Cullen impression, considering that he's not as prone to overacting as like Vivienne or Sarah. Those are easier to imitate, I guess.
The mage wore a class of handsome sneer cultivated by 1,000 years of Tevinter elitism. The name's Dorian. He glared. D-O-R-I-A-N. Spell it right, you marble-headed lump, or it's toad time. A toad? That's hardly credible.
I don't know, Cassandra. I think you have to work on your Dorian a bit more. That wasn't so convincing.
The bold elf spun, mage staff crackling like the city after a good man's murder. You're crazy, the Red Templar cried in terror. Moonlight glinted off ears like the knives you never see coming. Better to fade out than burn away. Ugh, Varric.
I love this.
Wait, where am I? I don't... Oh, here it is. The Seeker clutched at my vest, her tears as desperate as they were pitiful. Varric, I was wrong about everything, she sobbed. Could you find it in your noble heart to forgive me? That dwarf, he put me in the book! I'm in the book! I am reading the shit out of this!
Oh, Cassandra. To all of you who played Dragon Age Inquisition, who laughed, cried, and reached out on social media, who made fan art and comics and cosplay and jokes, thank you. Dragon Age Inquisition was a labor of love. Without you, it would never have been possible. Your support and your passion touched us deeply. We hope that, in some small way, this game touched you as well. Bear your blade and raise it high, the Dragon Age team. Okay. So I guess this is it now. Yeah, it brings us back to to the intro screen. Okay, yeah, that credit dialogue, or well, monologue, more like a monologue, was priceless. But yeah, let's end it here. And like I said, in the next few days, whenever I have the time to make this video, I will upload a video of the Dragon Age Keep. It will probably be pretty long because I think we have a lot to talk about what we just saw in this DLC, about the game in general, about the characters, the stories, and maybe even give a bit of a recap of the whole Dragon Age series now that it has come to an end. But for everyone else, just let me thank you again for joining me on this wonderful journey through 3 games. I know some of you have been with this channel pretty much since the beginning, and I really appreciate it, and I'm just glad that you enjoyed this Let's Play, and it was a fun to share it with you. So thank you again, and yeah, look forward to my recap and review video in a few days. And after that, I hope you will stick along for the next BioWare marathon, which will be Mass Effect. So thank you for watching, and see you again next time.